Stop guessing and upgrade smartly. Dive into the top 5 best Android phones to buy right now in 2026. And don't buy before watching to find your perfect daily driver. 1. Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. Let's dive straight into the undisputed, definitive flagship of the global Android market, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. While highly specialized competitors may edge it out in isolated specific hardware metrics, no other device in existence offers the S26 Ultra's seamless convergence of global retail availability, robust software ecosystem support, physical stylus integration, and highly versatile computational optics. Encased within a refined titanium chassis that features slightly rounder, more ergonomic corners than its predecessor, the device is powered by the custom-tuned Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor. In rigorous application testing, running visually intensive gaming titles like Destiny Rising at maximum graphical settings, it consistently maintained frame rates between 60 FPS and 120 FPS. The most polarizing hardware implementation is the 6.9-inch dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2x privacy display. While providing an invaluable layer of security for enterprise users, testing reveals that the general viewing angles are worse than those of the older Galaxy S25 Ultra due to the unnecessary redesign of the pixel structure. Samsung's camera array remains an absolute masterclass in versatility, prioritizing aggressive algorithmic sharpening, maximum dynamic range, and telephoto reach. The hardware array consists of a massive 200-megapixel wide lens, a dual telephoto system featuring a 10-megapixel 3x optical lens, and a 50-megapixel 5x optical lens, and a 50-megapixel ultra-wide sensor. The 5000 mAh lithium-ion cell delivers highly reliable all-day longevity, though it lacks built-in Qi 2 magnetic charging coils, a deliberate engineering choice required to maintain a slim physical profile alongside the internal housing required for the integrated S Pen stylus. 2. Xiaomi 17 Ultra. If you desire something vastly different, behold our next contender. For consumers who view their smartphone primarily as a professional-grade camera that incidentally makes phone calls, the Xiaomi 17 Ultra has absolutely no equal on the global market. Engineered in deep, extensive collaboration with German optics legend Leica, the device represents the absolute bleeding edge of mobile imaging hardware. While Samsung and Google rely heavily on computational algorithms to artificially sharpen images, Xiaomi relies purely on raw optical physics. The primary sensor is a massive 50-megapixel 1-inch type sensor, allowing for a shallow, authentic depth of field and natural bokeh that algorithmic portrait modes simply cannot perfectly replicate. The crown jewel is the 200-megapixel periscope telephoto lens featuring continuous optical zoom, ranging from 3.2 times to 4.3 times. The physical glass elements inside Xiaomi's lens physically move, maintaining absolutely lossless resolution throughout that specific zoom range. Reviewers universally note that the Xiaomi 17 Ultra handily defeats the Galaxy S26 Ultra regarding natural image quality and professional video log recording capabilities. The device features a stunning 6.9-inch 12-bit LTPO AMOLED display with a peak brightness of 3500 nits, serving as a perfectly accurate viewfinder. Crucially, the global variant implements advanced battery chemistry, utilizing a 6000 mAh silicon-carbon battery powered with 90-watt ultra-fast wired charging. Unfortunately, the device runs HyperOS 3, which suffers from highly aggressive background application management and occasional catastrophic application crashes. Furthermore, the complete lack of official United States distribution forces North American buyers to rely entirely on third-party, gray market importers. 3. OnePlus 15. Pivoting away from optical extravagance, we arrive at an unparalleled endurance champion. The OnePlus 15 is perhaps the most technically impressive, yet simultaneously high-risk device currently available. Retailing at just $899, it smartly undercuts the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra by a massive $400 margin, while offering hardware specifications that frequently surpass it. However, purchasing this device requires a calculated acceptance of long-term risk due to the severe corporate instability surrounding the brand. The defining characteristic of the OnePlus 15 is its absolutely unprecedented battery endurance, achieved through cutting-edge chemistry, OnePlus engineered a proprietary silicon nanostack battery, injecting a market-leading 15% silicon mixture into the traditional carbon anode to cram an astonishing 7,300 mAh capacity into a standard, slim smartphone chassis. In independent testing environments, it achieved a record-shattering 26 hours and 11 minutes of continuous active use, effectively eliminating modern range anxiety. Driven by the identical Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor found in the S26 Ultra, it features a 6.78-inch flat LTPO AMOLED display with a staggering 165Hz refresh rate. This specification makes the OnePlus 15 an elite, unmatched option for competitive mobile gaming. In a highly controversial strategic shift, OnePlus completely terminated its long-standing optical partnership with Hasselblad. Instead, it utilizes a newly developed in-house Detail Max engine to process images from its triple 50-megapixel camera array. The transition has resulted in polarizing professional reviews. The color science currently lacks the distinct, mature professional tuning of Leica or Hasselblad. 4. Google Pixel 10 Pro and Pro XL. Let's now abandon the intense hardware wars entirely and focus on software elegance. Google's strategy for the Pixel 10 Pro and its larger sibling, the Pixel 10 Pro XL, marks a complete and total departure from competing in raw benchmark horsepower. Instead, these highly sought-after phones are designed entirely around ambient computing, deep machine learning integration, and localized artificial intelligence processing. The computational brain of the Pixel 10 Pro is the proprietary Tensor G5 processor. The Tensor G5 contains a vastly expanded neural processing unit strictly dedicated to running large language models and generative AI directly on the device, minimizing cloud latency and privacy risks. This enables exclusive software features like Magic Queue, which seamlessly extracts data from localized texts to completely automate calendar events, while the Camera Coach acts as an automated, real-time professional photography assistant. The Pixel 10 Pro XL utilizes a triple rear camera setup, but Google's image processing pipeline remains absolutely unparalleled in the industry. The Pixel brilliantly excels in the zero shutter lag capture of fast-moving subjects, and relies on an extensive cloud-trained database of machine learning to perfectly balance exposure. A highly marketed 100 times ProRes zoom feature mathematically rebuilds missing pixel data in real time, utilizing AI interpolation algorithms, delivering surprisingly legible long-distance shots. Beware, early production runs have been plagued by a widely reported boot loop software issue that Google is attempting to patch. Heavy mobile gamers will find the thermal limits and GPU performance of the Tensor G5 severely lacking. 5. Google Pixel 10a. We finally conclude with a spectacular bargain. In an economic climate where component shortages and inflation have driven average smartphone selling prices drastically upward, the Google Pixel 10a stands as a remarkable anomaly of high-value engineering. Retailing securely around the $500 mark, the Pixel 10a successfully democratizes access to elite mobile photography and long-term software support. The materials shift significantly from the aerospace titanium of the premium tier to a matte composite plastic back and a standard aluminum frame. Ironically, this results in a significantly lighter chassis that manages to retain a full IP68 water and dust resistance rating, an absolute rarity in the mid-range sector. The true undeniable value of the Pixel 10a lies entirely in its camera system and software ecosystem. It utilizes a flush dual-camera array comprising a 48-megapixel wide primary sensor and a 13-megapixel ultra-wide lens. By leveraging the same Tensor G5 AI image processing pipeline found in the expensive Pixel 10 Pro, it produces still images that are frequently indistinguishable from devices costing 3 times as much. Furthermore, the deep integration of Google's real-time AI translation tools makes the Pixel 10a highly recommended for international travel, allowing users to translate menus, signage, and conversations instantly while completely offline. Paired with a guarantee of 7 years of OS and security updates, the total cost of ownership over the device's lifespan makes it the most financially prudent and incredibly savvy smartphone investment of 2026. Whether you crave unmatched battery life, elite photography, or unbeatable value, 2026 has an Android for everyone. Which of these 5 amazing phones fits your lifestyle best? Drop your top pick in the comments below and subscribe.